But silver is the real asset, and it's a $200 billion industry, whereas GameStop is probably 500 million. It's not an asset, and it's being chased by amateurs.
You know, Robinhood and Reddit, and they're not investors, they're gamblers. And, you know, and most of them are fairly young. And so they're going to learn the hard way, as all of us do. You know, before I was an investor, I was a gambler. I mean, I took high risk. I want to get rich quick and all this stuff. And that's what's going on. But they're chasing a fake asset called GameStop. It has no real value. When you go into the silver market, you're playing with some big hitters out there. You look at, you know, silver is used in solar, batteries, medicine, water purification, and all this. It is an industrial metal as well as a precious metal. And so there's a lot of people like the battery makers and guys like Tesla and Toshiba and Sony, they do not want the price of silver to go up. So it is manipulated. Everything is manipulated. You know, JP Morgan just got nailed for manipulating. The big commodity banks, you know, they would keep the price low because if the price of silver goes up, it blows guys like Sony and Apple, it blows their model out of the water, same as Tesla. So they had to keep the price of silver down. Now, does that mean they can keep it down? No, because it really is supply and demand. And today, the supply is 80% of the demand, you know, so the 100% demand, 80% supply. And so every day, every year, the amount of silver is going down. And if you understand swaps and all that, many of the silver mining companies are in hostile territory. So silver, it's only a matter of time. So what the Reddit guys and the games or the Robinhoods couldn't do, supply and demand will do. It's just a matter of time right now. So that's, again, silver is a $200 billion industry, and the biggest players in the world, the industrials who use silver, are in the market. These Reddit guys and Robinhood guys, they're just young kids.
What happens, let's say, the hedge funds need to cover their long positions. They're losing out, they need to sell their stocks. And these are large financial institutions. They need to sell their positions. Will that drag down the market? Do you think that would have any market-wide implications?
Obviously it will, because it's systemic, if you know what I mean. It's like if the price of oil goes up or down, it affects everything. Interest rates go up and down, it affects everything. Except that the Fed and the Treasury, you know, they've played too many games. They're out. Everybody knows they're out of bullets. The question is, how long are people going to be playing past the buck? So our real competition as gold and silver people is not GameStop or silver, it's the Fed. You know, don't fight the Fed. They become a communist organization. You know, it's centralized government, it's centralized planning. They're printing money. This is the Weimar Republic. This is Venezuela. This is Zimbabwe. You know, it's just that we're the reserve currency, we're the biggest military in the world. And I'll say it again, when Yellen took over the Treasury, you could see the writing on the wall. They're going to print.
How could we target the Fed? We have trouble targeting the silver market. How could we target the biggest central bank in the world?
Well, they're going to change the rules. I could be wrong, but they're going to rewrite the charter of the Fed. It was 1913. The Fed came about because there was a panic in 1907. And then we had the Great Depression in 1929. And so we're back to 1907 again, and when the Fed was created. And I think Biden, Kamala, Yellen, and Powell are still there, they're going to open up the bylaws of the Fed and change the rules. That's what I think might happen. Now, that's good news for gold and silver. It's bad news for the economy.
Some of them made, you know, a lot of money on this. I know people personally who have benefited very much from this trade.
Well, it's no different than Bitcoin. You know, I didn't buy Bitcoin at $1.
Yeah.
A lot of these Bitcoin billionaires, you know, fooling their money are one big party. And the party is just starting, David. So all the young guys who are Bitcoin gamers, really, you look at GameStop is the perfect stock because most of the Robinhood and Reddit guys are gamers. And an old guy like me, I'm not a gamer. I barely know how to use my cell phone.
Yeah.
So these young kids are coming in and they're in hog's heaven because they've sat for years in their basements playing Atari or whatever the guys play. I don't know the game. So they're about to have, there's going to be winners and losers, unfortunately. There'll be another Bezos coming up, another Steve Jobs coming up, another Warren Buffett coming up. But most of them will get their asses handed to them. They have to. It's part of life.
Couldn't that argument be extended to day trading in general? It's not necessarily GameStop or AMC, but people who day trade other securities, like you say, fake assets, so to speak. Aren't they in the same position, Robert?
Yeah, it's gambling.
You don't support day trading as a form of education, then?
No. If you're going to do it, study. I for 3 years, I think I studied Alexander Elder. He would teach me how to day trade, trading for Welcome to the Trading Room. I have a real estate brain. I don't have a stock brain. I don't have stocks.
Right.
Because I'm an old guy, I'm slow, I'm a real estate thinker. So I have about 8,000 rental units, and every month cash pours in, rain or shine. I like that. Mm-hmm. I'm lazy. But when I took day trading courses, my mind was just, it was like molasses. I don't think that fast. So it's best I stay in real estate because real estate is about debt. And when interest rates go down, I buy more real estate.
Yeah.
And then the more real estate I have, I don't pay any taxes, just like Trump.
Right.
Real estate guys don't pay taxes.